Are we on? Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. Let me just get on my stream so I can see who's here because I can't see because the camera is too high. Let's see. Yes, tonight we are doing the DrumBrute. We're going to do a programming thing. We're going to program stuff into it. We're going to basically do a tutorial on how the DrumBrute works. It's really nice. I've got it done not through the iPad. I've got it going through my mixer. So we can apply some effects and stuff with that as well. So let me just see who's here. Let's see, Stephen Rimmer. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Sci. Stephen and Sci are here. Brilliant. Excellent. Top job. So let's see. I have here some Bank B. What I did earlier is, and I'll do it again in a sec. What I did is let me just fix that there. My OCD. A bit more, I think. It has to be square. It needs to be square. Wow, that looks pretty good. Okay, so what I did was I took all the patterns in Bank B, all these patterns, and I erased them, and I'll do that again in a sec, but I programmed 3 in. One of them was 1 bar long. I think I did 1 2 and then 1 4. So sorry, Bank B. So you select your bank by hitting bank, choosing A, B, C, or D. There are 4 banks of 16 patterns each, so you have a total of 64 possible patterns that you can have. So choose Bank B, and then I erased all the patterns and then programmed 3 new ones in. But I'm going to erase them all again so you can see. So you can erase either 1 pattern, 1 step, a whole bank. You know, it's pretty easy to erase stuff. And then we'll go to all the sounds as well and different settings we can have for those. So here's the pattern that's in A. Just as dead simple. And that's B, which is over 2 bars. And that's over 2 bars as well. That's over 1. So you can have each pattern can be like pretty much any length you want. I think I've got buffering. No, I'm back. I think any pattern can be up to 4 bars long, sort of thing, or divisions of. You can set the last step for different things. It has a song mode as well, where you can program up to. I think you've got 16 songs. Each song can contain 16 variations of patterns. So there you go. So what we're going to do first is we're going to completely blank out Bank B. So once we hit erase, all this stuff's going to flash. This would be erase just one particular beat. If we go to bank, we're going to erase or pattern. We could erase any particular pattern of the 3 we've got there. We can go to, oh, here we go. I'm going to have to stop that now. Go to erase, hit bank, and I'm going to erase Bank B again. And that's going to flash like that. So now there'll be nothing in these patterns, I don't think. Sorry, Bank B. And that's weird. Bank B, pattern A. Right, okay, so that's right. Hey, oh, is Russ? Hi, Russ. Hi, Andrea. Okay, so, and there's nothing in it. So there's nothing in any of these. So we can start. So let's set our tempo. Let's do it a bit more sensible. Let's have our tempo set at 110. And then we can set up the sounds we want here. They're velocity sensitive. You can enter either real time or in step record. So for instance, if we're in step record here, we could just enter, let's use this kick. We can select the thing we want to enter, and then we can just enter steps like this, and then simples. And then if we want to accent any of those steps, we hold accent. Seeing that one will be louder, so we could have. Right, okay, I'm going to show you now the sounds. We'll do the sounds first if you like, I don't mind. So let's take accent off. There. Let's go back to step. And we can erase the steps like that as well. So, easy peasy. Sounds, we have two kick drums. We have this kick drum. Like that. And on the first kick drum here, we have sweep control. Let me decay. Pitch. And then level. And these are, like I said, pressure sensitive pads. Second kick. And then we have a snare. Snare has level. And then it has drum tone. Snap decay. Snap level. So you've got really cool. We have a clap. You've got to have the clap. Now don't forget also you can get this to play other drums if you've got, you know, your iPad, like I showed you the night with Barber X drums. You can get this to play the sounds from Barber X drums. You're not limited to these sounds if you want to use a computer or an iPad. So clap, and then we have rim, and we have rim tone, and then rim level, and then we have claves. We only have the level for claves. Then we have closed hat and open hat. Now these are kind of hardwired together mute wise. So they're both pretty much exactly the same. We can turn the levels straight up. But you'll see number one will cut off number two. And if you set the decays the same, they'll be. So you could have it the other way around, actually. You could have this one as the closed decay on that. But it's quite clever how they've done it. There's no choke going from open hat to closed, which is nice because you can get the impossible going. But if we go the other way around, open the decay on the open hat as you normally would, close the decay on the thing, keep the levels the same. We'll keep the pitch the same. We're going to pretend it's the same symbol. So you can go. Very cool. And we've got pitch quite a lot. Nice about there, the levels about there. Then you have two more sounds on each of these. Now I will point out where you've got rim and, claves and rim. Although they share the same channel and the same settings, you can independently record them. So for instance, let's record some rims here. So we'll switch our metronome on and then hit play. They've very kindly put a metronome in for us, so that's very good. So I'm on now rim here. So I'm just gonna play over one bar. So shit, not the kick drum. I'm going to record over one bar this rim. And then I'm going to go to claves and record. Turn the metronome off. Easy peasy. So there we've got a pattern with using the rim and the clave, but although they share the same channel, they do share completely separate separate sequencer tracks, if you like. So moving on to toms, we have the same situation here. We have congas. Turn them up a bit for you. And you also have toms. So we've got pitch on both of these. So like this, we could go. Or, and again, so you've got 4 sounds there, but they do sound the same. And the same on the cymbal. So you've got decay on the cymbal, tone, and level. And on the cymbal channel, you've got this very, very cool reverse cymbal, which is super cool. We can decay. So you can get this to time it to do like stuff like builds and stuff. I think that's really cool. I do. And then we have another 2 on this channel. So in total, we have kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different instruments that we can use. So then we have maracas, which are set, kind of, you just have level control. And then you have tambourine. And then the last one, you have this very super cool zap pitch and decay. So there's a look at all the sounds that you can have, and then you can manipulate them in different ways, which is very nice because it's quite surprising because this is an analog machine, you know. So okay, so we've gone basically run through the sounds, and now what we want to do is sort of program some more stuff. Now what we want to do is, we're on bank B, we know this, we're on pattern A, and this is our pattern with our rims and claves, which is very nice. Now if I was to add some reverb now, it's going to bring that right alive. Very nice. So what we want to do is we want to build up some patterns that we can maybe use in the song. Did you buy this? No, Rusty, I did not buy it. Arturia send me their stuff for reviews and demos and stuff, so bless them. They're very kind to me. Oh, hang on a minute. I must show you. I'm going to show you what else they sent me as well. Look, let's they sent me this very cool. It's very cool. They sent me the stuff, other Arturia stuff I've got as well. So I'm going Arturia hardware centric. Yeah, let me show you that as well. I'll show you the individual outs. I didn't show that. For all of these instruments, right, for these 12 channels, the 12 main channels, okay, you've got to share the ones that what's it. But if I can actually kind of lift it up here like this, hopefully we can, when I get an actual feedback on what we're seeing. There you go. It's very good. You get 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch and 1/8 headphone jacks here. Ooh, there we go. Here and an independent level control for the headphones as well, which pops out and you can, control. And then you have the main output, bearing in mind it's mono, obviously. Then you have outputs, individual outputs here for all 12 channels. And what happens, it's very clever. once you take an output from, I will do this in another thing, but I haven't got any patch cables long enough to go from here to my mixer, because they're 1/8 patch cables, and I need to go from 1/8 to 1/4, so I need some adapters. But say, for instance, we take, hang on a sec, where can we go? Like the kick 1 or kick 2 or the snare. Say we take an output from the snare. What it does is immediately it cuts it off the main mix. So whatever drums you're playing, and then you can mix it independently with a mixer. So you could apply like gated reverbs and stuff and other effects just to individual instruments. If you've got 12 inputs or X amount of inputs, you know, you can do it that way. Then we have clock in and out. I did use clock in and out the other day in a video when I did the Micro Freak, the DrumBrute and the Mini Brute 2S. So that was very cool. And then you have basic general MIDI in and out. Then you have USB audio, which you could use with your iPad or whatever. So yeah, it's got a lot of connection capability, but as all the Arturia stuff has, you know. So yes. So here we go. So we want to be copying now pattern A over, and I want to copy it to pattern B. But before I'll show you this. I'll show you this when we've copied it, because it's very cool. All we need to do is hit copy, and things are going to start flashing again. So we want to be copying pattern, and we're just going to hit B. And what it's done is it's copied pattern A to B. So whatever pattern is active, you can run it to any other pattern you want. So now in pattern B, we go over here. We're in pattern B now. Okay, so now we can start adding to pattern B. But first, I'm going to say, well, I think I want my pattern to actually be longer than 1 bar. I want it to be 2 bars long, so I can make some further adjustments. So all I need to do is hold shift, then hit this little plus here, like that. And now we've copied our pattern over. And you can see you can work on either or pattern. The colors will change on these. Either or pattern at any time you like. So let's start this off again. You see they've stopped flashing? Because now we've moved over to pattern B. So let's add some hats now. So I'm going to engage record. I'm going to put this back on here like this so I can see where I'm at. Bit loud there on the hats. Sorry, that's the tone. We can adjust the decay and the pitch up again. Very cool. And now we've got 2 bars, but we can always go back to pattern A, which is still only 1 bar. So now I'm going to do that again. I'm going to copy pattern B to C, and we can carry on building up. So now let's engage that. So let's now put in, let's start to make it sound more like a drum machine. 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go into step mode here because I missed out some. Don't want an accent on that. Or this. Turn that down a little bit. I don't think it needs to be that loud. And then it's nice now because we can start dialing in, you know. so. So again, we'll go back to pattern. That's nice. Again, I want to copy pattern to D because I want to now add some more stuff in. And this is it. You can carry on building. So we'll build up one or two more, maybe one more sort of thing. So now, let's see. So I'll put some snare in that. Yeah. What's cool now though is I think maybe that could be longer and then we could get a bit more variation going. But when we start to play with randomness and swing and stuff like this. So again, super simple, of course. We just hit copy pattern to D now. And this time I'm going to hold shift and extend the pattern to 64 steps. So basically 4 bars. Now, important thing to remember is to save your patterns regularly. So we hold save like this and just hit pattern and it's saved. Now it will have saved all 3, but it doesn't do any harm to, keep saving them. But because then when you turn it off and back on again, your patterns are going to be correct. So here's our 4 bar. No, I did that wrong. So I'm going to copy pattern to, there you go, to 4 and go to there. Now we've got our 4 bars. And I shall hit save as well. Always good to carry on saying, hello, Joe. Hello. Joe's here, everybody. It's always good to hit save. Keep hitting save all the time. Right, so here we go. We need to do something a bit more variable now, but it's cool because we have 4 bars to play with. So we'll hit record. Here's our first bar, so I can wait till it comes round again. And there we go, it'll be down. Brilliant. So now we've got a variation over 4 bars. Claps too loud. Actually, let's go to, sorry, that's not. Let's find out where our clap is. So here's the clap here. In bar 3. Okay, so say, well, okay, I don't want that clap in. How can I erase that clap? Stop recording. Just hold erase now, like this, and stuff will start. Everything that you can erase, a song, a bank pattern, a sound will flash. So let's erase the clap. I know that clap is now gone from the actual patterns. Let's go back to pattern now and let's save. Awesome stuff. So you can see how we can build up a track. So what we've got now starts very simple. And then after it's done its 2 bars on C, it'll jump to D. And this will be 4 bars long. Okay, so now we've done that. So let's say we've got our pattern saved and we know that in bank B, now we've saved everything. So easiest way to show this is if we switch the machine off completely and then we'll reboot it, and hopefully our patterns will have been saved into where we stuck them, which was bank B and A, B, C, and D. So let's turn it back on and it will default to pattern A. Sorry, we default to bank A, which is this. But we want bank B, and then we want to go to pattern A. So we're in bank B, pattern A, and that should be our. Now it's not going to remember the tempo, so because it's, don't forget it's analog, so we need to set the tempo per session sort of thing. And it won't remember, of course, it won't remember any of this. So you need to dial it back in for per pattern sort of thing. But there's nothing the matter with that. It's good fun because it's analog and it's nice and it's tactile. It's tactile. It's you know, it's the point in it. Anyway, we've got this in B. There we go. And this is where we put our snare and our little zap. That's fab, that is. Right, so now we're thinking, so well, okay, well let's make a song. I want to make a song now. I want to construct those into a song. Again, it's very simple, really. Now let's see if I put, and I swear, guys, I've never done this before. I've never bothered making a song before. I watched the video earlier. I thought, well, how do I make a song? And I thought, all right, that makes sense. Let's see if that works. So, and it was obviously that easy because I only watched it once. So, takeaway. Interesting. You're thinking Thindian? Anyway, look, so here we go. Oh, yes, it's our anniversary. Mine and Joe's wedding anniversary tomorrow. Hey, haven't we done well? Hey. Anyway, happy anniversary to me and Joe. To me and Joe. Right, so I'm going to make a song. So what we need to do is we hit song. And we've got 16 songs. And each song can have variations of up to 16 patterns. Right? Okay, so we're going to choose... Well, I guess we'll just leave it in song A because, you know. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit record. And you'll see the pattern is flashing. So we're going to have pattern A played for... we'll play pattern A twice, which will basically amount to one bar. Pattern A twice. And then we'll go pattern B once, because that's already 2 bars. Pattern C... once, pattern D twice, and back to pattern A twice. Okay, hit record again, and you'll see that we've filled up. We can see that pattern A is highlighted because this is song A, and you'll see that we filled up pattern A for whatever times we've got. Now, here's the key. Let's press song, save it. Otherwise, it won't be there when we come back, and you know we don't want to actually lose our song, do we? Okay, so now all we need to do is play our song by leaving it in song mode, selecting song. There's nothing in any of the others. They're all empty. Song A, and now it'll play our song. How cool is this? See? Now, I wouldn't normally use song mode. I'd just kind of just hit them. So it's playing twice. Now it's going to go back. And it's going to repeat itself. And that's it. That's song mode. So see how easy it is? Right, okay, so let's do something to save that pattern getting a little bit boring. Let's go to bank. Let's leave it in bank B. Let's go to pattern 5, which I think is blank, yeah. Let's hit our metronome, press play. And let's record something over 2 bars. So remember what we do, we hold shift, we increase the length, and it's done. Now last step will let you sort of create polyrhythmic stuff, but you know, that's for another time. It's just another way of entering data. Okay, so let's go. Right, okay, so let's do this. I like to real-time record. Okay, so that's just my thing. So now I didn't want that snare, so I'll erase that. And actually I'll erase that that as well, because I want to start again. I want this one. I'm going to erase this kick and the snare again. I'll get this right in a minute. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still in record, so it's cool. Okay, so we've got quite a busy pattern there, so we can play with some of the other stuff. Okay, so it has a filter. It's a Steiner Parker as well. And you have a high pass. So it's good for drops and fills. And then you have a bypass. You have resonance. Turn that off. Filter's really nice. Then we have swing from 50 to 75%. Now this randomness is absolutely brilliant. It's really clever, and so is the swing, because you can apply swing or randomness either to the whole thing or to a selected drum. So any of the selected actually pads or drums, which is really, really clever because it lets you do some very, very cool stuff really easily. Now, none of this is remembered with the memories because we wouldn't want that, guys, would we? Because this is analog. And we're going all analog. Yes, yes. Right, so let's first of all apply randomness to the whole thing. It can get quite busy, so what's the tempo? So 0 value. Now it's choosing random drums and triggering them. And we're only on 23%, so all the way up to 100. Let's choose the snare. So just select snare. Hit current track. And now we're only going to apply randomness to the snare. Okay. So we're going to get little snare fills and stuff. Let's go to Zap. So now we've got the snare and the zap being randomly affected. So let's okay. So that's how cool that is. Here are our, sorry about that. These are our kind of performance control. It's pattern effects, it's called. And this is nice and slidey. You can hit it, or you can just, you can slide. You can see like this. So let's play this, and you'll get an idea what this does. It's kind of obvious. You've got to get it spot on, you know. Cool beans. Now, another very, 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 very cool and seriously useful and clever feature is the mute and solo. If you're playing this pattern right and you hit mute, anything that you choose now, right, will get muted. So let's choose. But it's muted them as a group. So if you hit mute now, and the same works with solo, so let's solo. So we've got the kick in the clave soloed. So mute. Let's apply some swing to that. Now again, guys, this is not remembered with the pattern, okay? So you need to set your mutes and solos up each time, sort of thing. And of course you can jam it along anytime you want, you know, if you want to, and make adjustments. Mix it all in. And that, guys, is the DrumBrute. And this is the DrumBrute creation version. They asked me which one I wanted. I said, I love the DrumBrute creation because it looks nice. But there is no difference. There is absolutely no difference between this and the DrumBrute. They're exactly the same machine, exactly the same sound engine, analog sound engine. But we've gone through everything there. So you can see how it's pretty easy, isn't it? Now, of course, it does work with USB, MIDI and audio, etc. like that. Or just ordinary 5-pin DIN MIDI. So it's brilliant. You can get it to control. Like I said, we had it controlling Barber X drums the other night, which was very cool, beans and top bananas and all the rest of it. So yeah, very good. There's nothing else to say about it really, other than it works great with the iPad. It's much fun. Personally, I think it does sound really great. It's got a good choice of sounds. It's nice to have two kicks actually, because it's an analog machine, you know. Yeah, so we went through all of this, the randomness and everything. Guys, okay, brilliant, top job. Thanks for joining me this evening, everybody who did join. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the stream, obviously, because I've been concentrating on this. And look, see what that is? It's a Micro Freak. That's a Micro Freak. It's a Micro Freak thing, and this is Arturia, like a stage passy type necklace thingy in it. But anyway, brilliant. And I also, when they sent me the Mini Brute 2S, they also sent me these lovely notepads. It's a really nice quality paper. Look at that. And it's embossed. It's embossed. It's like a Mini Brute. So, yes, awesome stuff. Diabetic appointments in there, look. Ooh, right. Anyway. Okay, folks. Sounds thin to me. Well, put a bit of EQ in it, dude. Do you know what I mean? EQ it. But it's, you know, if you don't, it's everyone's to their own, aren't they? You know, like I said, I was running this like this. I mean, it might sound thin over the stream because it's what's it, isn't it? It's in mono, unfortunately. But I just, if anything, see, to me, that it doesn't sound thin at all. It sounds like a drum machine, you know. Yeah, but you see, but you've got to apply effects, guys. Come on. What synthesizer have you ever used without putting reverb on, compressors, EQ in the bass end and stuff like that? There are none. There isn't. You have to apply guitars. What guitars? You have to apply effects with electronic music, you know. That's quite meaty, that is. Anyway, it's to their own, everybody. Everybody has their own thing. Maybe the DrumBrute Impact would be better for you. Gen X. DrumBrute Impact, I think they juicied it up a little bit because some people said that the snare was a bit lacking. I like it, you know, I don't know. But yeah, the DrumBrute Impact was a bit more, it's got this kind of overdrive thing instead of the filter. So yeah, the reverb's pretty nice, isn't it? I can make that reverb huge. Nice. Anyway, folks, there we go. There was a tutorial on how it all works, how it all goes together, what you can do with the whole thing. But like I said as well, also I gotta point out as well, Gen X as well. Also, you don't need to just use the sounds that are inside the DrumBrute. The actual workflow of the DrumBrute is really, really intuitive. It's very, very simple to program patterns. It's very simple to copy them. It's very simple to erase any or all or part of a pattern. And it's easy to build up songs, as we've just seen. You can use this as a controller for any other drum machine or whatever you've got. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, well, I think it has 12 sounds. It doubles up again on a couple of the things. What it has got is a cowbell, and this is not. And we've got a whinge. It's not got a cowbell. Anyway, guys, listen. No, it's got no filter, but the Impact has got the overdrive distortion circuit instead. I know. It's horses for courses, isn't it, guys? You know what I mean? The prices these are now is really good. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me this evening, and I thank you for happy anniversary, guys, for me and Joe tomorrow. And I will see you all. Probably Sunday now. I won't be live streaming tomorrow. I don't know if there'll be a video in the morning, but I won't definitely not live streaming tomorrow night. So, yes. Oh gosh. Right. So yeah, that is that. I will see you all very, very, very soon. Thank you all for joining me this evening, folks, while we had a look at the Arturia DrumBrute Creation Edition and learned all about it because it's lovely. See you guys later. Ta-ta.